Hi, welcome to Physics Teacher. In this video, I'm going to go over this grade 12 math contest problem. So give it a quick try and I'll be right back with the solution. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a diagram where the angle ABC is 135 degrees. So this angle here, that entire angle is 135 degrees. What else do we know? We know that AB, right here, is 7 root 2. And we know that AE is also 7 root 2. That means we have a nice isosceles triangle here. And since it's a right angle isosceles triangle, we know that this angle and this angle are both going to be 45 degrees. Alright, so let's continue. We also have DC. It says DC is going to be 4x. And DB, right here, is going to be 8x. And it also says that DE, right here, is 8x minus 6. And we need to find all possible real values of x. Alright, the next thing I want to do is look at this angle right here. Now this is a right angle triangle. So if I look at the sine of that angle, so we'll just call it the sine of theta, we'll call this theta. It is going to equal to opposite over hypotenuse, so 4x over 8x, which reduces to 1/2. And if you remember your special angles, 30 degrees gives you 1/2 when you take the sine of it. So that angle theta is going to be 30 degrees. So this is going to be a 30, 60, 90 right angle triangle. Next thing is I can look at BE and I can figure out the length of BE. Since this is a right angle triangle and I know two of the sides, which are isosceles, so I can figure out the length of that hypotenuse for the right angle triangle just by using the Pythagorean theorem, just a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that gives me BE as the square root of 7 root 2 squared plus 7 root 2 squared, or 2 times 7 root 2 all squared, which is just the square root of 2 times 7 root 2, which gives me 14. Okay, now we're getting closer to our answer here, so now let's look at triangle BED. And I'm going to specifically look at this angle now. So I've already solved for this angle and this one. So this is 45, and this one we've solved to be 30. And since the entire angle is 135, this angle would just be 135 minus the other two angles, which gives us 60. Now what I'm going to use is the cosine law with this angle. So the cosine law would be this opposite side, so 8 minus 6 squared. It's going to equal to this side, which is 14 squared, plus the other side, which is 8x squared, minus 2 times 14 times 8x, I'm running out of room, times the cos of this angle, 60. Alright, so let's reduce that a little bit. First, we're going to have to expand this bracket, which is going to give us 64x squared minus 96x plus 36. And then 14 squared is 196. This is 64x squared. And then subtract, here we have our 2 times 14 times 8x, and the cos of 60 is equal to 1/2. Alright, let's continue to reduce this. One thing that we'll notice is we have 64x squared on both sides of the equation. So they're going to cancel out nicely. And so I'm left with minus 96x. I'm going to bring the 36 to the other side of the equation. So I'll have 196 minus 36, which is 160. And then subtract. Here I have 2 times 14 times a half. Well, the 2 and the half will cancel, and I get 14 times 8x. This is 112. So I bring that to the other side, and I get 112x minus 96x is equal to 160, or 16x is 160. So the only possible value for x then is 10.